Dude, I almost passed out today.
Oh my God.
I was walking around not drinking water. I had these sinuses.
Yeah.
You get dehydrated
Especially
quick.
once you just hit like a red light, you're just standing there. It's just beating down on you. Yeah, I could see how people just collapse.
And over here especially, there's like no breeze. This is just cement and piss.
Oh, yeah, right.
Dude, there's a
people
girl.
everywhere. You can just feel the body heat coming off of
There's
people.
a girl. Did you see her coming over here? She's walking around naked. Old black girl.
Oh, man.
Dude, things hanging. It's been all morning. I'm like, why don't somebody cover this girl up?
I mean, I don't know what. Maybe just no cops want to take that. They don't want to take the lead.
Yeah, it's like, she's completely naked.
Jeez. Yeah, I was thinking, because like it gets hot. This isn't like this isn't like completely unusual heat. It usually gets hot around July like this. It's just early. But I was thinking in India right now, there's like a massive heat wave. So that whole country is it's like 120 degrees or something. Yeah. Crazy heat. But I wonder if you grow up in a country like that that's just always hot, do you even talk about the weather anymore? You know what I mean? Do people in India come outside and say fuck, it's hot?
Well, guys from India, they just talk about business.
Exactly, but it's when it's always hot, do you even care if it's hot? Is it even worth noticing?
Yeah, buddy, business. How's business today? That's all you ever hear. Yeah. You make good money today?
Well, it would be like you walking through Times Square and saying man, it's crowded.
Yeah,
look at all these people.
And I say it all the time.
Yeah, but
I can't believe there's so many fucking people.
If you just grew up in Times Square, would you even notice that there was a lot of people?
What about with India though? It's breezy and shit. People are dancing. No. Well, they dress. They wear that shit. Keeps you cool.
It's hot. There's only so much you can. Even that naked girl, she's not like she's cool.
Right.
Their clothes aren't doing that much at that point.
Imagine how hot she was that she said, fuck it.
I think it actually makes it worse because it's then it's just going straight to your skin.
Well, you see
when you're wearing a hat, you got a little bit of shade. You got your clothes are,
Yeah.
It's not just baking you.
Well, you see those girls from China walking around with the umbrellas.
Oh, you got a call going?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the umbrellas. That is it looks crazy, but it's 50 years, they're going to be the ones without skin cancer.
Dude, look at my shoulders from 2 minutes. I mean,
oh my God.
I had heat chills.
Yeah.
I was wrapped up in a sheet shaking last night.
You can see how this is with old people especially. It's you can see why they got to be all careful.
Right.
You can see why old people just go to the grocery store and just stand around. And
they wear a jacket. They'll go out with a jacket on right now.
Yeah, those old Chinese ladies, they're covered up.
Yeah.
They got the Korean, it's almost like a ski mask that goes over your whole thing.
I remember when I first moved to a city, it was the first time I was around Chinese people.
Yeah.
And my first friend I made, all he could talk about is those rub and tug spas.
Right.
And, so he's like, those girls and they do it for citizenship and this and that. And when I first started seeing all these Chinese girls with the big glasses and the hats, I thought they were all rub and tug girls trying to hide their face. I had no clue it was the sun.
Yeah, I mean, it's just skincare.
Nobody in Ohio walks around with an umbrella. We don't have skincare in Ohio.
That's why everybody looks old.
Yeah.
That's why these old Chinese ladies, you think they're 40 or 50, but they're actually 80-something years old. Just because they've always done, they're all slathered up with sunblock and stuff.
Yeah, dude. It's just constant sweat, man. You're pouring sweat out there.
I don't even know because it's there's some places where this is actually normal. In the tropical kind of places.
Yeah, but see, that's the difference, though. See, in the Caribbean, I doubt India's like the Caribbean. We got the ocean, the palm trees. In the Caribbean, it'll be 90. It won't feel like a New York 80. A New York 80 is worse than a Caribbean 90.
Well, I think it's the cement, too.
And there's the Jamaican music playing.
There's that, and it's when you're in a place that has trees and sand, it's the heat is getting absorbed. I think here it's the heat is bouncing back up.
Yeah, dude, it's all that black tar street, and they're working on the damn street. Imagine doing that right now.
Oh my God,
dude! How's that even a job right now?
I was working in a warehouse a couple hours ago, and even that I was this is we gotta pace ourselves, boys.
Did they got air conditioning in there?
Not in the part that I got in by the loading dock. There's no. It's just heat.
Damn.
But it's you can see you're really working for it. It really makes you feel man, I'm really like a real man right now.
I remember the worst job I ever did, the worst Task Rabbit job. I walked out on the job, actually. I underpaid myself. It was building steel tables in the Bronx at one of these places that washes all the hotel sheets and blankets.
Oh, wow.
Bro, they were treating me like one of their workers. He's like, no, you have to ask to use the bathroom. You're only allowed one bathroom break. I'm like, bro, I'm a task rabbit.
I'm an independent contractor. Yeah.
He would not let me pee. I said, all right, I got to go. It's 1,000 degrees, dryer's going.
Oh, my God.
It was the worst. I'm like, how's anybody do this?
I mean, this is like there's a whole millions of people in this city that get treated like that every day. That's their whole way of living.
But it's like, how much does that job? It doesn't pay shit.
But it's like, if you're in this country, you're trying to make something of your life. That's just what you got to deal with.
And you live in the neighborhood.
Just think, 200 years ago, this city used to be more crowded. Manhattan used to be like 2 times as crowded.
No way.
Because it was more immigrants coming in from everywhere. Downtown Lower East Side, there would be like 20 people in each apartment. No, that was pre-air conditioning. Air conditioning wasn't even invented.
I remember you used to look up the crimes on the news. You had to see some wild. What years are you talking to? Oh, there wasn't news then.
No, well, I mean, it's like late 1800s kind of thing.
I wish we could see what kind of crimes happened.
I mean, it was
then.
like people straight up getting like, you get stabbed for like a turkey or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's just too many people.
Well, you lean out, you're walking down the street, and somebody throws the fucking bedpan at you.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you got beef. Yeah, you and your family got beef for 100 years.
Dude, there's so many people in Times Square. I'll be honest. I don't remember Times Square being this busy ever in my life.
Well, I mean, it's also the World Cup right now. So there's there's like a million Europeans and like Latinos in the city.
I made the mistake.
How are people doing that?
Dude, talk about crazy shit. Dude, the Knicks, when they were down last night, I got a video on my phone, dude, a moving truck getting destroyed. I mean, they were kicking in windshields of cabs.
Wow.
And then the Knicks ended up winning. I mean, people were getting arrested, but it's like, dude, it was insane, down by 34. This girl, she goes, oh, yeah, I want to hang out. And she wears 6-inch heels. She ends the date early. Dude, I'm still the same height as her with the fucking heels on.
Wow.
She's an inch taller than me, maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's like, oh, I thought you were taller. She ends the date early.
Wow.
I'm still a gentleman. I go, where are you going? She goes, oh, I'm going to go right by Madison Square Garden. Little white girl, like 105 pounds. I'm like, what? No, are you crazy? Because I don't know if you hang out down there. During a game, dude, it's insane. There's fights, bottles being thrown, windshields getting kicked in. So sure enough, I walk her down there, and we see what's going on. She's like, oh, no, we got to take an Uber far away from
I didn't know there was going to be a crowd.
Yeah. I'm
at
like,
Madison Square Garden.
You could tell somebody, hey, listen, I promise you don't want to go. They got to see it for themselves.
I mean, it wasn't like I went during the earlier playoffs. It wasn't like it was a riot. But it is like, what are you even? You're only going there to make trouble.
Yeah.
There's not like it's not like you're watching like a good screen. The screen is like way the fuck down there.
Yeah.
So you're just in a big crowd of people. It's like you're voluntarily just going into a crowded space.
And early on, it doesn't get as crazy. New Yorkers love the Knicks so much. If there's a bad call, somebody's getting their windshield kicked in.
Well, that's like after the game. That's like once the game's over.
Then it's real bad.
All those people are filing out. People are drunk. There's no bathrooms anywhere. Once you see one guy climb up a pole, that's over.
Yeah.
Everybody starts looking at that guy. And next thing you know, that guy, he falls down, he breaks his head. And then it's just like, there's no more rules.
Or when you get those girls, somebody's girlfriend starts getting extra flirty with everybody.
Oh, yeah. Some girl starts flashing people.
Yeah. Oh, bro, forget about it.
We were in savage mode then.
Yeah.
It's just like, And it's something about seeing a girl flash the crowd. It's just like there's no more rules.
You're right.
Time to start throwing shit.
It's like it doesn't matter if you're her husband.
Well, it's almost like you see like an old Western bar fight where it's like 2 guys start fighting and then all of a sudden everybody's fighting.
Yeah.
For no reason. You're just like, it's just time to start throwing blows.
Yeah, that is.
I've seen videos of like by Penn Station, after the game, million people, everybody's chanting, and then you can see the guy climb on top of the roof by like the train station. Cops come up, and you realize once the cops get to the bottom and they're looking up, what can the cop even do?
Is he climbing that shit?
The cop can't climb it because he's like a fat guy.
Right.
So all the cop can do is say, hey, come down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The cop can't pull out his gun because it's not that kind of situation. So all you have is a cop who's like begging someone to come down. telling a guy, "Hey, you're in trouble. I'm gonna arrest you."
It's crazy.
But there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it's funny you
He's
got to
just-
tell people.
He's just looking up, and the guy is up there. He's like, "I'm gonna get arrested anyway." So yeah, fuck it.
It's got to be wild to have to explain to somebody, hey, man, you're going to hurt yourself really bad.
Yeah. I have nothing to gain from this.
There's another game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is a 7-game series. It's like you're trying to be a big shot for all these people. These people don't care about you.
Well, he's trying to impress the girl that flashed him.
Yeah, but it's like, you're not getting that girl. That girl's gone.
Oh, she's gone. She got 5 boyfriends.
Yeah. So it's like, once you get that, there is a real, like, primal mentality when you get into a big crowd like that, where it's like, this shit can turn on anybody.
Well, I feel like this is just a New York thing, but I don't know. But they beat up people that wear the other team's jerseys.
Nah, that's happening everywhere.
You think so?
That happens Ohio State, Michigan.
Why do people do that?
You go see Ohio State, Michigan.
Oh, yeah,
someone's
it's
not
insane.
getting beat up.
No, you're right.
You go see Alabama,
Dude,
Clemson. Someone's getting beat up. Someone's
listen.
getting shot.
Ohio State, I've been to these parties.
Ah,
People drive their cars into the river.
exactly.
I seriously am like, why?
Everybody's talking about Knicks fans because that's a recency. It's just because we're not used to seeing New York City win things.
Right.
New York City is historically is always bad at sports for a lot of stuff, for the Knicks especially. But it's like, go to any college football rivalry. There's going to be somebody's getting their head smashed in.
I felt like a couple of those calls got cheated, and that could have caused some of the rioting in the beginning. The flagrant call.
Oh, there's that, and it's just like, that the Garden is just rocking. But I think you compare this to college sports, and this is nothing. Go to
Wow.
any SEC game down south. If it's Florida State,
Yeah.
Alabama, somebody's getting stabbed.
Wow.
And it's like, the Garden holds like 15,000. And, you outside the Garden, that's maybe another 5,000 people
Yeah.
who are milling around.
That couldn't get in.
Go to Ohio State Stadium. That is 100,000 people.
Holy shit.
100,000 people have to get in and out of a stadium at once. Everybody's walking to their car at the same time. Somebody's dying.
I never thought about it like
Yeah.
that.
How does everybody supposed to, just that many people have to funnel through a hallway? And it's like one guy's wearing a Michigan jacket.
And the difference with Ohio is everybody has a gun.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's fat.
I mean, people get guns when they're 9 years old.
Yeah.
My sister had 10 guns before she hit 10 years old.
And it's like, if you're the Ohio State fan and you punch a guy wearing the Michigan hat,
Right.
nobody is like, hey, calm down.
And,
Everybody is like, no, I get it. He's from Michigan.
when you're talking about Ohio and Michigan, chances are they had messed up parents, both of them.
Yeah.
So you put
this rivalry's been going back for decades.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like everybody is like, it's your uncle who's there, and he's trying to calm you down, but not really. He's
Yeah.
like, get a couple punches in, then we got to go. And the next thing you know, we caught a case.
I stay away from all that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like live sports games are fun, but it's like leaving is the problem.
Anytime you got to get in and out of a building with a bunch of people, anytime it's a concert, I always leave early.
When I used to go see LeBron when he first started for the Cavs way back in the day,
Yeah.
dude, we had to go to the parking garage. We had to get out. It takes 4 hours to get out of that place.
Yeah.
I get anxiety, dude. I went to a Times Square ball drop. A girl was freaking out.
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm sick. Please let me out of here." A cop pushed her shoulders down back into the crowd. She was trying to climb up over the gate.
Well, look, that cop is trying to prevent a stampede.
Right.
Everybody starts acting like that girl, then it's like we're in fucking jail at that point. There's just no more laws. But when you have that big of a crowd, it's like people stop being people.
Yeah.
When you have 10,000 people coming directly at you, you're not looking at these as human beings anymore. Now it's just you're part of the group.
It's all the emotion involved, everything amped up,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like you're not rooting for the Spurs. You're not a rival fan.
Right.
But if you were guys go to a Dodgers game in L.A. and they're wearing Chicago Cubs hat or a Yankees hat, there's straight up gangs
Right.
outside who are just there was a famous case of a guy who got beat up. It looks like it was going to be a normal fist fight. He hits his head on the ground, brain damage.
Well, these guys that really love sports, they really love it. That's their whole week, so they've been amped all week. They bought the chicken wings. They've
been drinking.
They're at the damn thing pre-gaming.
I really think a lot of it comes down to dehydration. You know what I mean?
Dehydration and
Well, you're drinking and you're dehydrated.
And on top of that, you got to keep in mind, these guys aren't giving their wives attention because they love sports so much. So now the wife's trying to get attention from somebody else.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, especially like, Buffalo Bills, they tailgate. The game starts at like 5. You get to the parking lot at like 6 in the morning. Guys start drinking 12 hours before the game. So by the time the game starts, they're already blacked out.
I'll tell you something about Buffalo. I was just there. The amount of major, deep crease scars on people's heads.
Yeah.
It's like, what are they doing in Buffalo? People have so many indentation scars.
Those fans, they set up tables in the parking lot, and they do like pro wrestling shit where they jump off the top of a car and like elbow through the table. And they get like, pile driver through the table. So it's like, and that's like I said, when you get into a group mentality, that becomes like the cool thing to do. Any regular person would think like, why would I volunteer to do that? But you're in the Buffalo Bills parking lot. All of a sudden, it's like, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's the plan.
Dude, you compare some of these people to like when you meet somebody from New York that grew up on the Upper East Side, they went to a prestigious school. You see it's just like, it's like these aren't, you can't even classify these two people as human beings.
Right.
They're so different.
Yeah. Well, there is something especially about New York City. That is why the Knicks fans are so crazy, is because you get to combine the fact that the Knicks haven't won a championship in 50 years.
Wow.
With the fact that someone is born and raised in New York City.
Yeah.
So there's like, they get to be like, you're an underdog and you were born in the best city in the world. So you have that kind of cockiness and, revenge at the same time. So it's like both, you combine those two things and you get a fucking wild man.
Is there
It's not like Ohio State's won plenty of times.
Yeah.
That's a tradition of excellence. But it's like New York City has a tradition of not winning.
What teams do win for New York?
The Yankees.
Oh,
the Yankees are the team. That's like, they had a whole run back in the 90s.
What's up with the Nets? Is that a real basketball team or amateur?
No,
like
I mean, it
AAA?
is. No. It's the NBA. They used to be in New Jersey, the New Jersey Nets, and then they moved to Brooklyn. And it's like, you're never going to become like a real New York team by like showing up like that. So,
Right.
The Nets, it's like going to see the Mets play, where it's like, you can go see a New York Nets team, a game for like $20.
Wow.
Whereas even the Knicks, when the Knicks aren't even good, when the Knicks are at their worst, MSG still sells out because it's MSG.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is like a cool thing to do. But now it's like, forget it. This is not so.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for this shit to be over, this soccer shit.
Oh, you
What's
got a
next?
while.
The Olympics after that?
Nah.
I know, there's just too many sports.
Soccer is about to be like, just think all these, because I mean, like I'm seeing all these TikToks of like British people who are coming to America and they've just never experienced this kind of heat before.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's people who are like, even the athletes aren't used to running around like this. When you play the World Cup, last time the World Cup 4 years ago was in Qatar, like Saudi Arabia area. They had air-conditioned stadiums.
Wow.
Outdoor air conditioning.
Holy cow.
Whereas here, it's like, nah, we're letting you sweat.
Bro, people don't realize how hard this damn city is. Today, just doing my regular shit, I think I almost got in 2 fights, almost hit by a car.
This is the kind of weather where it's like when it reaches this and when it's snowing in the winter, when it's like a blizzard. That's the same mentality. When it gets hot enough or cold enough, you're just inside.
And people, the thing is, too, people want to hurt you extra worse.
Or it's like, yeah, I'm going to run to the store and I'm coming home. And then the door's getting closed.
I see a dude, he's like, yo, man, I was walking in Target. He's like, yo, man, what the fuck you looking at? I'm just like, bro, I don't even know, bro.
Yeah. How do I answer that question?
Yeah, I'm looking where I'm going.
No, can we tell the story? We were at the show at the Westway Diner.
Oh, yeah.
We're waiting around for the show to start. Pouring rain. You're kind of bummed out because things aren't going so great. Historic downpour. 9th Avenue's flooded. There's just like, we're just waiting around for like to do a show for 10 people.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, this guy just like, he just wouldn't move.
Yeah, I think he liked the girl that was downstairs. I had that ticket seller girl, and he's seen her.
I mean, it's pouring rain, and there's just a little awning over the door. So it's like enough room for one guy to stand.
And then the thing is, there's a huge awning 1 foot away. They're like, you could just stand there and sit down even.
Right.
And the dude just, These dudes, women mess dudes up. That's what it was. This girl was wearing a low-cut shirt.
Right.
He could not handle himself.
Yeah.
He was drinking.
Yeah.
You know, and I seen his fingernails were bit down too far. You ever see that? Like, you're like, did you use, like, how'd you do that? You know, he had those, they were like bit down.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of guy who you could tell he walked out the house looking for trouble that day.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just ready to do some shit. Because it's like, here's the thing. It's like, I don't know if maybe you handled it, you know, however you wanted to handle it. But it's like, if you could replay that same interaction 100 times, out of that 100, how many times could you get that guy to move?
Never.
Maybe,
he only left.
Maybe though, I see like maybe like 10 times out of 100, you say the perfect combination of words. You beg the guy, you look in his eyes, you make some sort of appeal towards humanity. Maybe you can get the guy to walk away. But the vast majority of the time, that exact same situation is going to play out where it just got bad.
No, those hood dudes, I learned a trick from a bouncer at LOL. Those hood dudes, this is how you get them to leave. That's the trick I used on him. Is you say, hey, man, look, why don't you go find some girls? You want to hang out with me? I'm a guy. What, are you into that? They just don't want to hear that.
That's not what happened with that guy, though.
I said it to him a couple times.
But it didn't work. That guy left, and he was acting like he was going to shoot you.
Yeah. He said he's going to go get a gun.
That guy said, I'm going to go to my house and come back. And it's like, like I said, that interaction did not go well.
But I think that me calling him gay a few times kind of edged him to leave.
You were really like pushing it. I was watching the whole thing.
Yeah,
dead sober, and I'm like, no, this is not how you play it. But that's my other thing though. It's like
there is no right way.
There's
to play
no exactly. There's no like. There was no great way to actually de-escalate that. But it's like there's certain situations where there's a bad option, there's a worse option.
Yeah,
you did what you could do.
Yeah,
and luckily the night nothing actually happened from it. But it's like I said, you replay the same situation 100 times. I'd say at least 5 of those times that guy actually comes back.
A guy will never tell you he's coming back with a gun, then come back. But when they come back with a gun,
I mean, famous last words.
Yeah,
that shit. I'm sure throughout history there have been situations where somebody got shot knowing that the guy was coming back.
That's the worst way to get shot, bro.
That's a guy in a parking lot like, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
That was just weird. Yeah.
Bro, can you imagine?
What else is on? And then next thing you know, fucking, you hear a car screech, door open, bam, bam, bam.
50 Cent style.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
all these people in New York got weapons. That's what bothers me the most. They carry box cutters and shit. It's like, dude, I went down to a bar. I don't want to say a name because it's a nice bar. I'm friends with the owner. A dude pulls out a poker, like I'm talking to a girl, and he just starts talking to my girl. I brought her there. A little dude, I'm little and small. This dude's shorter and smaller than me.
Right.
And I'm just like, bro, what are we doing, bro? Like, you're making my girl uncomfortable. You're holding a legit shank right now.
Right.
We're in a public place. Like, that's why I feel like, Ohio's kind of got it right with the guns.
It does, except people in Ohio actually get shot a lot more than they do in New York
City.
Right,
I mean, that's true, too. But people probably get shanked a lot less in Ohio.
Yeah, but what would you rather happen to?
Yeah, it's true. I'd take a shank. but man, I'd hate to get poked, bro. I don't think they get you once.
It would just be embarrassing.
Well, if it's one of those prison-style ones, they might hit you 9 times.
Well, the worst part is, like, you wouldn't even go down from it.
And you might not even know.
You would just be looking down at your shirt like, he got me.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're worried about tetanus shots and was there rust on there?
Oh, dude.
But I mean, that guy was like, it wasn't just that he was being belligerent and being an asshole and being stubborn. You could kind of see it in his eyes where it's like, I guarantee you in that last 24 hours of that guy's life, at least 3 or 4 other incidents. The exact same thing happened.
100%.
Yeah, every time this guy gets on a bus, he's always got a beef with somebody.
Well, you could look at the way he looked. No bars was letting that dude in.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
He looked like a rugrat.
Yeah.
He probably got mad, hey, nobody's letting me in.
That's got to be a nightmare. Well, especially it's raining like that.
It is crazy. My buddy, he works down here in Times Square. He tells me they recover guns all the time. He said that's why they have the horses in Times Square.
Right.
To look up in the crowds and see people just robbing people at gunpoint and shit. I'm surprised that shit don't make the news more.
I don't think that actually happens very often.
Yeah, but even one time, it should make the news.
Why? No one's dying. People get shot in this city.
Yeah.
People get shot in like the Bronx or something. What's funny though about that situation, you're trying to get this guy to move. It looked like you guys were going to fight for a couple times.
I knew he wasn't gonna fight me. He didn't have the heart.
Exactly, but it was like technically, he actually was in the right.
What do you mean?
Technically, you can't tell a guy to move from the sidewalk. It's a public street.
Oh yeah.
Technically, you have
Yeah,
no.
I guess if you think
you
about
actually
it,
had no. He actually had the legal standing in that situation. It's just don't be an asshole.
he didn't
'Cause it's
seem like
you're trying to you're trying to run a show. You're trying to run a business.
and he didn't seem like he knew the laws that good.
But I think. But I mean, the way he was saying it was like, you're telling me to move. I don't want to move. What are we gonna do?
And he had that New York accent. That's when you know anybody with the New York accent, you can't tell them shit.
Exactly. Even if the cops came right then and said, "Hey, you got to move," the guy would have said no.
Isn't it loitering if it's like
Nah, loitering on a sidewalk.
right?
It's loitering if you're on like public, private property. But it's the same thing when it's like if you ever see a movie or a TV show like Law and Order happening on the street,
Yeah.
and you see all these PAs with the walkie-talkie, and it's like, all right, cut,
Yeah.
and they tell you like, all right, this we got to shoot on the sidewalk, so you got to go. You don't actually have to listen to them.
Damn, that's crazy.
Anytime they say like you can't stand here, you can stand there.
But then you look like a major asshole.
Exactly.
People probably do that to try to get in movies.
It's just to be decent. When it's like I feel bad taking this guy's time. But technically, it's like you're in a public place.
It's crazy how many people aren't decent. Like, dude, I was with this girl from Wisconsin. I thought they're decent people. She's being mean to everybody. Then she's making fun of me for being nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, the difference is somebody will punch me if I'm an asshole.
Right. Well, some guys are just looking for that kind of trouble, though.
Yeah.
Where it's like they want some sort of escalation to happen so that, they get a story out of it.
Dude, you ain't lying, dude. Most of the times it's these people hanging out at these bars where it's a beer and a shot for $5.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
Right.
The bar I go to, every time I'm there, the bartender has to kick somebody out. I cannot believe it's never come to blows. Because the bartender's like a little guy. He's like a little skinny, like guitar player guy.
Oh, I know that bar.
He's like, oh, you got to go. And the guy who he's kicking out, it's a dive bar. There's no security. You call the cops, it's going to be like an hour.
That dude's got a bat behind the thing, and they got cameras.
It is, but it's like you would think. I'm always like, this is it. Something's going to pop off. But the guy always I think the guy behind the bartender, he's kicked out so many people that he just has like, Jedi mind trick.
They're good at it.
You can just look a guy in the eye and say, like, buddy, it's time to go.
That's a huge skill. There was a dude at LOL. I couldn't believe how good he was. What about that one girl who wasn't good? Do you remember her? She was from Ohio. I forgot her name. She used to try to fight people, dude.
At LOL?
Yeah, she got punched like 4 or 5 times, dude. You remember the girl?
Yeah.
She's the one that wouldn't let Bill Burr on?
Oh, yeah.
That girl.
Yeah.
Remember she'd yell at me right to my face? She loved drama.
Right.
I couldn't believe it, dude. I seen her take some hits.
Well, I mean, that place, too, it's like there's no way you work that kind of job and you're not used to shit popping off.
Every night.
That's the kind of job where it's like after you've made it a couple weeks, it's like, oh, this is this kind of place.
That's the only business I've seen in my 15 years in New York that the police refused to go.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Roy was, I don't want to say his name, but a guy was holding the door, fighting with the owner of the club's like fucking muscling the door. I was there. The cops said, you know something? You changed the menu. You changed the prices. We're never coming back here again. There's no way it's the people's fault. He had to get a real security guard at that point.
I remember being at that club when it was like the comic was just about to like straight up fight the audience.
Yeah.
He's got the mic stand over his shoulder that he's about to swing. And it's just, we're just standing there for 20 minutes while this whole thing is just going crazy. And I keep looking over at the bartender like, is somebody doing something?
Bro.
Is there a plan here? And it's like, oh, yeah, there's no plan.
When they moved it to that gay bar on 46 and that new bartender, there was no more security. That bartender was our security.
Exactly. Yeah.
I remember I was on stage one time and a guy was drunk old man throwing punches at me. And I'm telling the guy, like, here, you're going to throw him out? I'm on stage moving. He goes, I don't know what you did to upset him. It's like, bro, what are we talking about?
Right.
Then the dude leaves. He left his cell phone there. I grab his phone. I could have been petty. I gave it back to him. But I wanted to be like, hey, man, you owe me an apology. His wife was there. I belittled him a little bit. I was like, man, you got to learn how to handle your alcohol. You got a beautiful girl right here. You got to treat her right.
Here's the problem with you is you think you're slick.
No, I like being an asshole.
You think you're so clever with these things. Like,
Not
I'm
clever.
gonna get them. It's like, no, you didn't get them. You never actually get them.
I'm spiteful.
Exactly.
It's not clever.
This is petty.
It is
This
petty.
is just pettiness.
I'll
this
be the first to tell
but
you
this
it's petty.
isn't like, oh, I got the better of them. It's like, no, you could have de-escalated, but you decided, no, let's turn this up a little bit.
I've never been that guy that can just hold my head high and do the right thing. I try my best, but I'm spiteful. I can't help it.
That's not going to play out great for you at some point.
It hasn't.
This is going to, but I mean, like, that is famous last words.
No, I mean, it has not.
Famous last words is, what do you think he's going to do?
I always end up getting a problem, man. I had this thing. I run into bullshit. You know, dude, I got an attitude problem. I don't know what it is. I got to fix it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I saw, there's like a TikTok I saw going around about, like, where it was like, I don't know how they filmed it, but it was the bouncer showing like a first-person view of kicking a guy out of a bar. And, you know, the guy comes up to the guy at first, and he's like, buddy, the owner says you got to go. You know, you're being disruptive. He's being all professional. But then it's like you can feel it escalate over the next 2 minutes. And then eventually he just has the guy in a headlock, and he's throwing him out. But it's like there is a psychology to being able to recognize the situation, where it's like every situation can go in a few different ways. You have a few different options. Of like, can I take the petty route? Should I be professional? Should I actually, is this the time where I actually got to fight the guy?
Right.
The problem is you picked the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
I always do. Remember, I was mad for 3 days because I didn't get in a fist fight with a guy.
Yeah.
You were like, you made the right choice.
The goal is to not be in the fist fight at the end of the night. Although sometimes you do got to fight.
These guys that sell CDs, I mean, they're asking for it.
Right. Well, that's your sense of justice.
Yeah.
It's your sense of like, this something has to be done.
This dude screamed in my ear. I looked for him for 3 days.
This cannot stand.
I got to be careful. That's why I'm glad I don't really tip the bottle so much anymore. I mean, I was tipping at my show a little bit, but that's just because they made my shit too strong. But, dude, I used to do some dumb shit when I was drinking, man.
Right.
That's how people end up in prison, dude. I was just watching these stories of a guy who woke up in prison crying. Imagine that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's got to be the worst place to, like, sober up. Your head hurts. You're dehydrated. It's got to be, especially right now, it's got to be hot as fuck in those prisons.
And, dude, Rikers, the way they scream in there.
Oh, yeah.
My friend was in Rikers. He said the screaming never stops. He said he heard it for 3 or 4 weeks even after he left.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can always avoid these things, but a lot of times you can't avoid them.
Well, imagine.
That's why when it's like, oh, somebody goes to the Knicks game and they get fucking punched in the head, it's like the guy wearing the Spurs jersey outside of MSG and he gets attacked. It's like, okay, that's the wrong thing to do. It's not okay to punch somebody just because they're wearing a Spurs jersey.
Right.
At the same time, it's like, what are you doing?
And they might have got it on clearance. They're not even a fan.
They are. Well, exactly. They might just be like someone trying to go viral. But at the same time, it's like, of all places you could wear that jersey, you had to go right there, right then.
Because people want that attention.
Yeah,
They'll even say,
use a little common sense.
We're wearing a Spurs jersey. Well, it'll be girls most of the time. But
yeah.
Imagine being in Rikers, right? And you're from, what was it, San Antonio Spurs?
Yeah.
Imagine you're in Rikers and you're from San Antonio during the Knicks game.
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
bro,
that's a problem.
you're getting fucked up in there.
Yeah.
For no reason. Imagine having to tell your kids that.
Well, I feel like at least with New York City, you can like take off that jersey and just run, and just next thing you know, you just get lost in the crowd. But it's like if you're in Ohio State and you're the Michigan guy, you got to get back to Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
And you're running trying to get to your car.
And honestly, most people in New York won't chase you because they're wearing Timbs.
Yeah, and it's just too crowded. But
Yeah.
it's like if you get into it with some good old boys in Alabama, next thing you know, those guys, they got a full tank of gas.
Dude,
They're chasing you down a country road.
can you imagine that? You're right. That's the worst you could ever imagine.
Well, those guys don't got shit to do.
Nothing but grass and gravel.
Yeah.
And they got shotguns. Yoo, boy.
Exactly. Well, they think it's fun. Yeah.
You know, it is wild when you think about that. Yeah, to those guys, it's actually fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I never want to get chased down a country road.
Some Forrest Gump shit. They probably did that to so many people.
Next thing you know, you're doing the thing where you try to run through the cornfield.
Dude, and you know something? I was a dumb kid. I was in those slow classes.
Yeah.
I would have been one of the kids getting rocks thrown at me, chased through Alabama.
Yeah. Well, I also feel like, what is the situation when it's like you're wearing the Knicks jersey, you're outside of MSG, everybody's cheering, everybody's acting crazy, and then you witness something happen. You witness somebody take things too far. You see a guy at the Spurs jersey get fucking clobbered. Do you have the guts to stop crime like that happening? To be the guy who's
you're better off not stopping
the guy
it.
saying like, "Oh, he's had enough."
I'll tell you why.
Somebody's got to say it, or someone's going to get killed.
Bro, no, I'll tell you the truth. One thing, this is for sure about New York. I know it goes a lot of places, and I hate to even say this. You know, New Yorkers, bro, they don't fight fair. They travel in packs. If you try to stop that, his best friend's coming around the corner and blindsiding you. Tim, right to the side of the head.
It's like, can you watch a guy get fucking hammered right in front of you?
Bro, I remember we seen this dude, because you don't want to interrupt it because you don't know what they did, but dude, I was at the park with this girl, right? Just me and this girl. We're 16. This is in Youngstown, Ohio. And I'm just chilling, swinging on the swing set with her. It's pitch black. There's no lights on. It's late at night. This car comes pulling in, right? And it's about 40 feet away from us to where if we leave, they're going to know we're there. Dude, right-handed God could call people. I'm not making this up. They pull a guy out of the car. About 3 people just beat the fuck out of him with baseball bats.
Whoa.
And then they just leave him in the field. I mean, we sat there. We called 911.
Wow.
You know.
Well, I mean, at least you did something.
Well, yeah, but the dude took
But imagine, though, because in that kind of situation, that's bad. But it's also like you and the girl are the only witnesses.
And also, dude, it was such a long ass beating. We were checking out of the fight and conversating and going back. And these
but
guys.
Imagine if it's you, the girl, and 200 other people who are just standing there watching somebody get killed. Somebody's got to say something.
That's insane if it's all that. Yeah, you're right.
But it's like, you know,
would think.
You would think, but everybody else, it's like everybody else thinks somebody else is going to do it. So everybody just ends up standing around.
Well, nowadays, people just pull out their phone. They want to go viral.
Yeah. I mean, people start, when you see something crazy like that happen, you see the crazy viral video of somebody, there's a brawl, people are laughing. That is the reaction.
Yeah, it
of
really
the general
is.
crowd is laughter, even though nothing funny is
happening. And
happening.
they'll talk shit to the person.
Nothing funny is happening. Somebody's getting beat up.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, it just turns into like a party environment, but it's like somebody's got to stop it. You can't watch somebody get killed.
It is something.
You'd be like the next day, you'd be thinking about that. That's too much on your mind.
When you're getting beat up bad, it bothers me. But if somebody mouths off and takes a punch, like I seen one of the best ones. This dude was sitting on, when I lived on McDougal Street, they had the outside shits, and these guys were at the Mamoons or whatever.
Yeah.
They're eating falafels. And this dude real cordially asked for money, and this dude's like, yo, man, seriously, you gonna get this close to my family? Back the fuck up before I knock you out. And this dude just fucking decked him. And it was the best thing in the world. And then this dude goes and gets the cop, and everybody's like, hey, man, he was aggressive. He got in his face. And this was in front of his wife and kids.
Oh, wow.
Now, that you can kind of laugh at.
But, I mean, that could have gone the other way, too.
Well, I'm sure it fucked his kids up.
I mean, you could have watched a guy get killed.
And you know what?
Any moment. Anybody, you know this, anybody can fall and hit their head. And next thing you know, you're watching, you are witness to a crime.
And then it's like, how can you laugh at that?
Yeah. I mean, anytime I see crazy shit happening in the subway, it's like, I don't even want to watch what's about to happen. I got to get off this train car and go somewhere else.
I do feel bad for humanity. Like when I seen that naked girl, and some of these people, like I couldn't even give her money. Once she's naked, it's like, what are you
where's
doing?
She gonna put it?
Yeah. But also, it's like, some of these people that are maybe their mind's not all the way there. I tried getting them shoes. I tried getting jogging pants to people. They just go nut. They don't know what the fuck that is. Chances are, if they're walking around naked, they don't want pants.
If they wanted clothes, they would have clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people go nuts.
Yeah. Well, imagine, because you're spending most of your day inside here, climate control. Imagine if you spent 12 hours straight in that weather. What would your brain be doing? You would be cooked.
Yeah.
Your brain would be completely fried, and it's like you would be babbling at the mouth.
Dude, you're right. And 3 days straight of that?
Yeah. Outside. I mean, this
dude, I was homeless in the summer. You can't get cool nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, because it's not only like when you're outside and you're having the dehydration, heat stroke. When you go inside to air conditioning, it becomes worse. That's when you get that cold sweat thing happening, where it's like your body gets all like discombobulated. That happens to you. It fries your brain. It makes you crazy. That's
Yeah.
why you get fucking, Son of Sam killer kind of shit happening.
Yeah, dude. People don't get it, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing that we could do about it.
This is going to every year it's going to get hotter and hotter.
People are making such a big deal. It went viral. I don't know if you see it on TikTok. Some guy like collapsed from heroin or heat, whatever, and Ben Stiller was walking by.
Oh, yeah. I saw
Yeah. It is like, what's Ben Stiller going to do? Get this dude off a dope?
Well, you watched a video of Ben Stiller walk by the guy. 10,000 other people walk by the same guy.
Right.
It's in front of Penn Station. It's like everybody's walking by that
There was
guy.
cops walking by him.
Yeah, there's social workers walking by. It's like it's a big city.
I don't know how these cops get so numb to it. Like, when I see people in real messed up situations, I'm like, is there something they'll be like, buddy, it's life.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not the cop's job to like get somebody an apartment.
Yeah.
It's the cop's job in case that guy tries to stab somebody.
Well, what about when people say anybody could have an apartment in New York? There's websites. I don't believe all that bullshit.
Anybody can get into a shelter. There's a space in the shelter for you.
But it's like this naked girl screaming at pigeons. She ain't getting in there.
She's gonna get locked up if she actually tries to go to like a homeless shelter. They're gonna she's
Yeah.
gonna get committed. So it's like that's why people don't want to go to the shelter.
What drug are people on now that got them so nuts? What's the new shit out?
Oh, it's like it's those drugs where it's like,
You mix a bunch of shit together?
well, it's like I don't know, you can't even say the words on here because we get flagged.
Wow.
But it's the kind of the drugs where they say it's like it's just called W. Where you hear about it, where you hear like a rumor where there's like, oh, there's a new drug. It's always coming from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You see like the Kensington area in Philadelphia. You see like the video, and they're like, oh, watch out. There's a new thing that just dropped.
Yeah.
This is where it's the spice.
Yeah, that's what it is,
Guys
too.
are getting spice.
Yeah, this girl was telling me, she goes,
They're getting sprinkled.
we're going to go clubbing and do it. It's fun. I'm like, don't do that shit.
Yeah,
She's
right.
like, come out with us.
Yeah, it starts out fun.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, how's it make you feel?
Well, you combine that with this kind of weather, with the New York Knicks.
And the
Forget about
dehydration for real.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had 10 glasses of water. I'm still dehydrated. Can you imagine not having no water outside?
Oh, my God.
I couldn't imagine that level of dehydration.
That, and it's like you're not eating right. You're just like getting pushed around.
And then, when you don't shower, you start to get those weird infections.
Yeah. It's a scary world we live in.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no way to fix it, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, what can the city can't do anything about the heat?
Well, I'm just saying, like, we got billionaires. You would think there would be a way that we could just fix all this.
Oh, yeah, right. Elon Musk just became a trillionaire.
They just had this whole protest against Gork or whatever.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
all over Times Square. They
I
had
saw
a
that, yeah.
50-foot balloon and shit.
Just think, $1 trillion. That's how much he's worth now.
How's that even possible?
Elon Musk has enough money. I think it's like over $1 trillion. He's got enough money to buy every building in Manhattan. Think about
Probably
that.
every building in the world.
No, but I mean, like in Manhattan, if you add up the real estate value of every building you see on the island.
Wait, even the big ones, though?
Oh, yeah. Even like downtown.
Damn, $1 trillion's that much money?
Trillion is 1,000 billions.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He could buy everything.
Yeah, so when you see, like, a building I seen, they had apartments for, like, $100 million. The one that spins?
Yeah.
It's a big one?
That building is probably worth like $2 billion.
Wow, and $1 trillion's 100. How do you get
Trillion's
that?
1,000 billions.
Wait, how do you just get that money out of nowhere?
Well, his company just went public, so everybody's buying stock in SpaceX, and he owns like the majority of SpaceX. So now everybody is just like his shit just went through the roof. He was already almost at like 800 billion from Tesla, so now his like he's the richest person of all time.
And that's not made up. Like
He's
he
richer
really,
than like Rockefeller. Right?
they punch in numbers for.
Nah,
Fame,
this is
that's-
like he's legitimately the only trillionaire that's ever lived.
What do you think he's gonna do?
This is gonna make. I mean, he's already been kind of a crazy person for a while. What's this do to your brain? Knowing that you have more money than anything.
You think he actually does work? How do you think he makes all this money?
His stocks. He starts the company, then he hypes up the company, and everybody buys stock in the company, and then the stock price goes up, and he's just got paper wealth.
Damn,
He's
dude.
been hyping up this SpaceX shit for a decade.
Yeah.
He just that's why he's always sending up rockets and doing dumb stuff like that.
Wow.
So now it's like this is like the 7th biggest company in the entire world. Out
What's
of
the
nowhere.
biggest? Apple?
It's like Saudi Aramco or Nvidia. It's the
Oh.
company that makes those chips, like computer chips. But there's like all these people who are just becoming overnight millionaires and billionaires, just today. This morning at like 11 o'clock in the morning, the company officially, like, they rang the bell on Wall Street. And there's just people everywhere who are just, like, instantly wealthy.
Wow.
Just, like, insane wealth happens at the same time.
Damn.
Just think, what do you even, like, because everybody's, like, speculating these last few weeks, what's the stock price going to go to? Because if the stock price hits a certain amount, then you know you can do the math that Elon Musk's a trillionaire. But if you're Elon Musk, you woke up this morning knowing that this was possible. How do you spend the rest of the day?
Dude.
What do you eat for dinner on the day that you become a trillionaire?
I think at that point it doesn't even matter no more.
Are you even on your phone getting seamless? Where it's like, do I get the chicken tenders or do I get the burger?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's like just got somebody bringing a McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's one of those dudes.
When you know that you're already the wealthiest person in the world, now you're like the next wealthiest person after Elon Musk is like, 1/10 of his money.
I wonder what he's going to do. He could change the world.
Exactly. He could do some evil shit now.
Wow. Dude, he might.
He could, like, block out the sun like Mr. Burns.
I always thought Jeff Bezos was going to become president.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it'd be Elon Musk.
Elon Musk would have to buy Congress and then change the law so that he could become president because he's not a, American,
Wow.
He wasn't born in America.
Oh, no
He
shit.
could do some dumb shit like that.
Well, you see what they said Trump's friend bought the news channel.
Yeah, I mean
dude, that's
Larry
crazy
Ellison
too.
already bought. But here's the thing: I made a video about this at the Knicks game. You watch the Knicks game on TV. You see Jay-Z. You see Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah.
Fat Joe. In the corner, there was a play during the game, Game 3. Jose Alvarado on the Knicks goes diving for the ball. He crashes into Michael Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg, former mayor of New York City.
Yeah.
Michael Bloomberg is worth $100 billion.
Wow.
Net worth. You take every celebrity that you saw at that game, add up all the money they have. They don't come close to Michael Bloomberg.
Damn.
One guy has more money than every famous person in that entire building.
And he got fucked up.
He's got, well, not really, but it's like one guy has more money than the entire MSG combined.
That's crazy.
He could buy both teams and the building and still have money left over.
It's even more
It's just
fucked
one
up.
person.
If you were the mayor and you got $100 million, you know you did some corrupt shit.
Well, he was already, that's how he became mayor. He was so rich that
Oh.
he could just sort of buy the election. But that's how much money, $100 billion. Elon Musk is worth 10 times that. If Elon Musk sits in, Madison Square Garden, he has more money than everybody times 100.
Do you think he'll do Rogan again? I'm sure he will.
Ah, yeah. This dude is about to be like all the fucking testosterone fucking shots and shit you can get. He's going to be doing that.
You think he's going to get jacked?
HGH. He's the kind of guy that takes testosterone but doesn't lift weights.
Yeah.
So he just gets fucking weird. His body just gets weird.
Well, he might just get all that plastic surgery and get them biceps put in.
If it was me and I was in that position, I don't know how I would get in that position. My first thing would be to start dressing crazy.
Yeah.
I would start dressing on some science fiction shit.
What would you do?
All silver with like a cape.
Damn.
I would look like I would start dressing like Star Trek or something.
Futuristic shit.
Yeah, just to fuck with people's head.
Dude, I think if I had that much money, I'd still fuck it up. Somehow I
don't even
would
know how
still
you
lose
could.
it all.
You can't even go to the bank and get your money out. That's how much you got more money than the bank.
How much do you think $1 trillion weighs? You
did
can't
it
even.
in hundreds.
Yeah.
It would fill up a stadium. I feel like.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, you could do the Scrooge McDuck thing in like a boat. But I mean, like Elon Musk, he has so much money that he can't even get the cash because that's more cash than they can give you.
Yeah.
So if he starts liquidating and he tries to sell all of his stocks, he could crash the whole economy.
I think if I had that much money, I bet you what he's probably going to do is try to figure out a way to live forever.
Oh, absolutely.
He's not going to want to die being that rich.
He's already doing that, and he's going to figure out a way to he's going to build like an island or something.
You know they're cloning dogs.
Yeah.
They might be able to clone us one day.
Well, I'm sure he's already getting like, they're going to preserve his brain or something, or do some weird stuff.
The crazy thing is with him, as he's a little spiteful too. I could see him still getting in a fist fight somewhere, maybe,
Right.
or an argument with a kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he gets into like screaming matches.
Imagine being a trillionaire just arguing with a kid at McDonald's.
Elon Musk has like 30 kids with
Holy
different
shit.
women. So I mean, just think if he can have 30 kids already. At this point, I mean, you could amp that because I think I don't even think he's like. I think it's just like insemination or whatever.
Right.
But he could have like.
Wait, it's insemination? No.
Some of them are like he's hooking up with the girl, but some of it is just like test tube shit happening.
Why would he do
IVF.
that?
I think that's like a flex for him. IVF costs like thousands of dollars, but so I think to him he's just like, here, I'll just just inject that girl.
That's crazy.
What if he ends up having like 1,000 kids?
Well, here's one thing. I knew I worked in a detail shop with a guy, and we all made $350 a week. They took $175 out of his check every week for child support.
Yeah,
that was for one kid.
Oh yeah.
What do you think Elon Musk is paying?
I mean, he has all these women sign paperwork before So
Wow.
I think they got all that shit worked out.
He is an evil villain.
But here's the thing: he's not even like you think. Your dad is a trillionaire. Your dad's the richest guy who's ever lived. So you think, oh, I got some money coming to me. I don't think the kids aren't going to get the money. You know what I mean?
Man, that's crazy.
When he dies, that money is, I don't know what they're going to do with it. But
it's going to Mars.
Yeah, it's going to somebody else.
It's going to be crazy if he actually does create like a planet in the sky like he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why would we even need that? We're going to fly
I don't think he's, yeah. He would create that thing and he'd send somebody else there first.
You know what he's probably looking to do? He's coming up with his next SpaceX scam to become. What's after a trillionaire? 100 trillionaire?
Exactly. 2 trillionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, you end up with more money than like the economy. So you're not even like, it's not even money at that point.
It's crazy. His mom still looks young. I seen her like 3 years ago in West Village.
Yeah.
She'll probably live 200 years.
Yeah, she's probably getting the money. All right, let's plug some dates, huh?
Yeah, what do we got? Well, got nothing coming up.
Oh, don't say that.
The
calendar's full.
I think November 15th, I got to double check.
November?
I might be headlining for the New York Comedy Festival at Broadway.
Oh, okay, yeah. Man, November.
Yeah, dude, I know.
It's
hard
crazy
to get
think
these
that
dates,
these things
bro.
are like, but it's one of those things where you hear the date, and it's like, man, life is flying by.
Dude, it is. Well, all our friends, man, they do book their shit out like 6 months ahead of time.
Anytime you see the date, though, and it says like 2029,
right?
It's like, man, we got to live. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Saying 2029
I can't
just
even think
scared
about
me,
these
bro.
things. Yeah. It's like, what we fucking doing with our lives?